Hello, Hornets. I'm Ray Jenkins.
And I'm Don Buccirosso. This week, we give a season preview on track, a senior spotlight on Sydney Hastings, and our second ever segment of Controversial Calls.
All of this and more on this episode of Hornet Nation.
Tonight, the boys lacrosse team defends home turf against Ann Arbor Huron at Hornet Stadium. The game starts at 7 p.m. Good luck, boys. To start things off today, Jackson Stahl interviews two of our top runners on the indoor track nationals and their expectations for the spring season.
Salene's track and field team doesn't just have the most people of any sport, but has some of the most athletic students across the country. I got the chance to interview two of our national level runners about this upcoming track season.
Obviously the end goal is to win states, get to states, try to get to nationals, but I think as a team, just any improvement is good. I mean, at the end of the day, winning states and going to nationals is tough, but I think we can do it if we just all work as a team.
Overall goal this upcoming season is to stay healthy and run at the state meet and be all state. That's my biggest goal. Yeah, just competing at a high level and gaining college interest.
The two of them had the chance to run at the indoor nationals this year, and with that experience they gained, they are ready for their outdoor season.
Experience, it was definitely new for me, new for everyone who went. Running on a new track was fun, just the whole environment was great. I think we ran a pretty good time and just the overall vibe was awesome. It
was a great experience, it was a great bonding experience too with my teammates. It was just, we got out there, we ran, we had a lot of fun, it was sweet. It was once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm glad we went.
But to achieve these goals, runners oftentimes have to overcome challenges like injuries and team dynamics.
Last season, I really underperformed. I was sick and injured for the whole track season, and track being my main sport, that was pretty devastating for me.
Definitely could improve on my overall leadership. I was new to the area, didn't know a whole lot of ton of people, but I think this year I should step up more, be a better leader, and just work a little harder.
With the experience and opportunities given to both Cruz and Brennan, Salene's looking to have another successful season. Reporting for Hornet Nation, I'm Jackson Stahl. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jackson. We're all excited to see where Brennan and Cruz go this year, and we're looking forward to a great season for the whole team.
Two of our teams hit the water to compete this Saturday. The girls varsity water polo team plays Grand Haven at Beach Middle School at 8 o'clock. The Salene rowing team also competes at Kensington Metro Park, an all-day event. Show out to support our Hornets in their competitions.
A lot of student athletes had big goals and aspirations for continuing their athletic and academic careers into college. On today's edition of Senior Spotlight, Cam Abella sits down and talks with U of M softball commit Sydney Hastings to get an insight into her time with the sport and her goals at U of M.
Leadership is an important aspect of every sport, and Sydney Hastings values this greatly.
I think that leadership is a support system that you have between the team and the coaches. There's also like communication between the team and coaches. The main goal of being a leader is to strive for your team to get to the big goal, which is states for us in softball.
Softball has been a huge part of Sydney's life, and that started from a very young age.
My parents got me into softball. They put me in t-ball when I was 6. So that kind of started the love for the game. I kind of continued because I loved it so much and I thought it was fun. And then that kept taking me through my career into where I am now.
She takes softball very seriously, but makes sure she's enjoying every moment of her high school career.
Softball games are so fun and have so much competitiveness and loud energy that I just think it's a cool fan sport to watch. You get to follow around all the loudness and wherever the ball is hit. I just think it's a fun sport to watch.
Sydney's childhood dream came true with her commitment to the University of Michigan. She's very excited to continue her softball career at the highest level.
I specifically chose U of M softball because I love the coaches and the culture that the program has.
Sydney also values her education, and U of M is a perfect fit for her academically.
I am going into school in business. I came into it undecided, but I went with business to start. So I don't know where that's going to lead me in the future. But softball-wise, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to miss playing the game since it ends after college, most likely.
That's all for me. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Cam. Congrats to Sydney for the commitment. We're all excited to see where she goes in the future.
Our varsity softball team and varsity girls tennis teams are both playing games tomorrow. The varsity girls tennis team plays away against Ann Arbor Huron starting at 4 o'clock. The varsity softball team plays away against Walled Lake Northern High School, also starting at 4. Good luck, ladies.
Next up, Aiden Burton takes us onto the debate floor where two student athletes argue what the greatest NBA team of all time is on our second ever edition of Controversial Calls.
Hello Hornets, I'm Aiden Burton, and on this edition of Controversial Calls, we have two student athletes arguing on who they believe is the greatest NBA team of all time. While there are many notable teams, here today we have Matthew Marino, who believes that the 1996 Chicago Bulls, led by Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, take the #1 spot, while AJ Hayes believes that the 2017 Warriors, led by Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant, take the spot instead. Let's get into it.
But wait, we need to explain the format of this argument. Both of them will be given 30 seconds each to explain why they are correct and why the other person is wrong. They will decide who gets to go first by playing rock, paper, scissors.
So you have MJ, who was MVP, All-Star MVP, scoring champ, Finals MVP, and an insane defensive player. All while KD and Steph were great, but neither had MJ's mental toughness, leadership, or killer instinct. If you had one game to win, who are you picking? You're picking Michael Jordan all day long. Nobody can argue with that. That's all I need.
The 96 Bulls team was clearly less balanced than the 2017 Warriors. Outside of Michael Jordan, they didn't have a single player average more than 19.5 points per game, whereas the 2017 Warriors had Steph average 25, KD averaged 25, and Clay averaged 10. And while the Bulls were strong defensively, the Warriors had a more versatile defense, with players like Draymond Green, who won Defensive Player of the Year that year. And he was a guy who's elite at switching and could guard all 5 positions.
We want to know what you think. Scan the QR code that's shown on the screen to decide who you believe is the greatest NBA team of all time from this discussion, the 1996 Chicago Bulls or the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Aiden. So, which team do you think is the best, Dom?
Any team with Cade Cunningham on it, that's for sure.
Nice, fun pick.
That's all for this show. Tune in next time for a segment on proper etiquette in golf and an In Their Shoes with girls soccer.
Be sure to follow @Celine on Instagram and YouTube for show updates and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great day, Hornets.